Hi, I'm Florence. Florence Harrington, the woman who buried her daughter 5 years ago only to receive a call from her last Tuesday. I stared at the phone in my hand, screen still illuminated with the words unknown caller. My coffee had gone cold on the kitchen counter. Vince, it was her. I'm telling you it was Lily's voice, I said, pacing our kitchen floor. Vince leaned against the door frame. Flo, honey, the mind can play tricks. Don't. I know my daughter's voice. That was Lily. What exactly did she say? She said, Mom, it's me. I need help. Don't tell Dad. And then the call dropped. I pressed my palms against the countertop. She sounded scared. The phone rang again. Unknown caller. Put it on speaker, Vince whispered. I answered, hands trembling. Hello? Mom! The voice was faint, hesitant. Lily? Baby, is that you? Where are you? I can't say. Not yet. They might be listening. Who's listening? Lily, what happened to you? I didn't die in that fire. I need to see you. Alone. Tell me where. I'll go anywhere. The pier, where we used to feed the ducks. Tomorrow. Noon. Vince stepped closer. Who is this really? Don't bring him, Lily said quickly. Don't tell Dad. Don't tell anyone. The line went dead. Florence, think about this. It's been 5 years. I know my daughter. Your daughter died in that cabin fire. You identified her necklace yourself. A necklace that could have been planted! I grabbed my purse. I'm going to see Dr. Wells. Dr. Eleanor Wells listened as I explained the calls. You believe it's really Lily? She asked when I finished. I know it sounds impossible. Many things sound impossible until they happen. What does your ex-husband say? I haven't told Marcus. The voice specifically said not to. That's interesting. Why would Lily not want her father to know she's alive? I don't know. They were always close. Too close. Sometimes. Florence, over the years you've mentioned certain concerns about Marcus's relationship with Lily. I never said anything specific. No, but you've hinted. If Lily is alive and warning against involving her father, we should consider why. Are you saying you believe me? Your intuition as a mother has always been strong. You never fully accepted the official story about the fire. Because it never made sense. A random cabin fire while she was on a weekend trip with friends? Friends who all gave conflicting accounts? Dr. Wells wrote something on a card and handed it to me. This is a private investigator, former detective. He's discreet. You think I should investigate? I think you'll never forgive yourself if you don't. Be careful. If Lily is alive and hiding, there's a reason. The pier looked exactly as it had 5 years ago. I checked my watch. 11:55 a.m. Vince had dropped me off at the entrance, reluctantly agreeing to wait in the car. A text message arrived. Watch for the red cap. I spotted a figure in a red baseball cap sitting on a bench. As I approached, my heart pounded. The figure turned. Not Lily. A young man, maybe 20. Florence Harrington? He asked, standing. Where's my daughter? She sent me. I'm Alex. She couldn't come herself. Too dangerous. Is she okay? Where is she? She's safe for now. I met Lily at a shelter in Portland 2 years ago. She was using a different name. Portland? Why didn't she come to me? She said she couldn't. He handed me a sealed envelope. She wanted you to have this. It explains some things. Alex suddenly tensed. Don't look now, but there's a man watching us from near the bait shop. What does he look like? Middle-aged, beard, sunglasses? That could be Marcus. Your ex? Lily said he might follow you. Alex stood. I need to go. Read the letter. There's a number inside. Memorize it, then destroy the paper. When will I see Lily? Soon, if you follow her instructions. She said to tell you she still has the seashell you gave her on her 10th birthday. Tears sprang to my eyes. No one could have known about that except Lily. Detective Rivera hadn't changed much in 5 years. His desk was still cluttered with case files. Mrs. Harrington, he said. It's been a while. I need to talk about Lily's case. We closed that investigation years ago. I think she's alive. I received calls from her. Have you spoken with Dr. Wells about this? Yes, and unlike you, she actually listened. The fire investigation was rushed. The body was never conclusively identified. We had DNA. Partial degraded DNA that was never run against familial markers. Rivera frowned. Who told you that? I played the recording I'd made of the second call. Rivera listened carefully. Voice recognition software has improved. You could verify it's her. This could be anyone, Florence. She knew about a seashell I gave her for her 10th birthday. No one else knew about that. Rivera rubbed the bridge of his nose. Let's say there were irregularities in the investigation. Why would your daughter fake her own death? I don't think she did. I think someone else did. Who? I don't know yet, but Marcus was acting strange around that time. He was cleared of any involvement. Was he really investigated? He has connections in this department. I slid the envelope Alex had given me across the desk. This contains information about where she's been. Will you at least look at it? I can't reopen a closed case without new evidence. That is new evidence. I'll look into it. Unofficially. He lowered his voice. For what it's worth, there were aspects of that fire that never sat right with me. The accelerant pattern was unusual. What does that mean? It means it looked professional. He slipped the envelope into his jacket. I'll call you if I find anything. Be careful. Marcus was waiting by my car when I left the police station. Florence, he called, approaching. What brings you to this part of town? Just some paperwork. What are you doing here? Meeting a client for lunch. Lucky coincidence. You look tired. Thanks for the compliment. His smile tightened. I heard you've been asking questions about the fire. Who told you that? This is a small town. People talk. He stepped closer. It's not healthy dwelling on the past like this. I'm not dwelling. I'm moving forward. By talking to Rivera? That doesn't sound like moving forward. How did you know I spoke with Detective Rivera? I didn't. You just told me. His eyes hardened. Leave it alone, Florence, for your own good. Are you threatening me? I'm concerned about you. As he walked away, I noticed he wasn't heading toward any restaurant. My phone buzzed. He's not who you think he is. Trust no one. 3 days had passed since my meeting with Alex. The letter from Lily contained coordinates, dates, and a phone number. I'd memorized them and burned the paper. And Marcus somehow knew you met with Rivera? Dr. Wells asked during our session. He was waiting by my car, said it was a coincidence. Have you considered that Marcus might be dangerous? If Lily is hiding from him. I've been trying to piece together what happened before the fire, I said. Lily had become withdrawn. She and Marcus were arguing more. She wanted to attend college out of state, but he insisted she stay local. Control issues? Maybe more. The weekend of the fire, she wasn't supposed to be at that cabin. She told me she was staying at her friend's house to study. My phone rang. Detective Rivera. Mrs. Harrington, can you come to my office? There's something you should see. Rivera looked nervous when I arrived, constantly glancing toward the door. I ran the voice sample. It's not conclusive, but the program gave it an 80% match to Lily's voice. My heart leapt. It means we can't rule it out. He slid a file across his desk. I also found the original fire investigator's report, not the summary in the official case file. I opened it. What am I looking for? Page 4, the accelerant analysis. The report mentioned traces of thermite, a compound used in military operations and specialized demolitions. Thermite isn't something kids use for a bonfire, Rivera explained. It burns extremely hot and destroys evidence effectively. So someone wanted to make sure whatever was in that cabin was completely destroyed. Exactly. And there's more. 3 days before the fire, Marcus withdrew $50,000 in cash. You think he paid someone? I don't know. But there's something else. The body found in the cabin? The medical examiner noted unusual bone density consistent with someone in their mid-20s to early 30s. Lily was 17. So it wasn't Lily. But who? Was Marcus involved with anyone else? Someone who might have threatened his relationship with Lily? Before I could respond, Rivera's desk phone rang. His face paled. "I have to go," he said abruptly. "My captain wants to see me." "About this case?" "I don't know, but be careful." He pressed a sticky note into my palm. "If anything happens to me, call this number. It's a federal agent I trust." I was halfway home when I noticed the black SUV following me. When I accelerated, it did too. My phone rang. Unknown number. "Hello? Mom, it's me." Lily's voice was urgent. "Are you being followed?" "Yes, black SUV. Turn right at the next light, then pull into the mall parking garage, 3rd level north corner. Someone's waiting for you." "Lily, what's going on? Who's after us?" "Dad's business isn't what you think. It's a front." "For what?" "Human trafficking. Young girls. I found out just before the fire. I was going to go to the police, but he found out." "That's not possible. Marcus is many things, but why do you think he pushed so hard to close the investigation? Why he insisted on cremating the remains? He knows people, Mom. Powerful people." The light turned green. I turned right as instructed. "3rd level, north corner," Lily repeated. "Alex is waiting. He'll bring you to me." Alex drove us for hours, taking back roads and switching cars twice. Night had fallen by the time we reached a small cabin deep in the woods. The door opened before we reached it, and there she was, my daughter alive. Thinner, with short-cropped hair, but undeniably Lily. "Mom," she whispered. We embraced, 5 years of grief pouring out in sobs. When we separated, I cupped her face in my hands. "How?" was all I could manage. Inside, a wall was plastered with photographs, documents, and maps connected by red string. "I found out about Dad's operation by accident," she began. "I was helping with his filing when I found encrypted files, financial records that didn't match his official books." "What kind of records?" "Payments. To recruiters, transporters, girls' names, ages, and clients. Wealthy men with specific preferences." She shuddered. "When I realized what I was seeing, I copied everything. I was going to the FBI, but Dad caught me." "He tried to kill you?" "He gave me a choice. Join the business or disappear. I refused both, so he arranged the fire. I was supposed to be there that night, but I left early. Someone else wasn't so lucky." "The remains they found." "One of the girls. Dad had her killed when she tried to escape." Lily's voice broke. "I couldn't save her, but I took the evidence and ran. Detective Rivera has been helping me." Lily tensed. "Rivera? Mom, you can't trust him. He's on Dad's payroll." "No, he gave me the fire report. He's been investigating Marcus." "It's a trap." She pointed to a photograph. Rivera shaking hands with Marcus at an event. "He's been hunting me for years." My phone buzzed. A text from Rivera. "Meeting arranged with federal agents tomorrow, 10 a.m. He says he's arranged a meeting with federal agents," I told Lily. Alex typed something into a laptop. "This text came from a burner phone purchased near your ex-husband's office." "It's not Rivera," Lily concluded. "It's Dad." The next morning, Alex showed us a news report. Local detective found dead in apparent suicide. The federal agents arrived that afternoon. Real ones. Part of a task force that had been building a case against Marcus's operation for years. "We have enough to move on him now," Agent Harris explained. "Miss Harrington's testimony, combined with the evidence, gives us what we need." "What about Rivera?" I asked. "We don't believe it was suicide. The timing is too convenient." "What do you need from me?" "Nothing dangerous, but there is something only you can do." The plan was simple. Meet Marcus, wear a wire, get him talking about Lily, record any threats or admissions. We met at his favorite restaurant, a private booth in the back. "Florence," he greeted. "I was surprised to hear from you. I've been thinking since Rivera died, about moving forward. That's unexpected. Life is short. Rivera made me realize that. I heard you'd been talking to him about reopening Lily's case." "I was, but now I see it was a mistake." Marcus relaxed. "I'm glad to hear that. Have you always wanted what's best for me, even when it came to Lily?" His smile faltered. "What do you mean?" I know, Marcus. About your business. The real one. About what Lily discovered. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't lie. Our daughter is alive. For a moment, genuine shock crossed his face. That's not possible. She contacted me, told me everything. If that were true, it would be very dangerous. For both of you. Is that a threat? It's reality. If Lily were alive and spreading lies about me, people would need to protect themselves. People like whoever killed Rivera? Rivera killed himself. After finding evidence about the fire? About the thermite? About the $50,000 you withdrew? You're delusional, Florence. Then why were you having me followed? His facade cracked. You always were too stubborn, just like her. He lowered his voice. Where is she? Safe from you. No one is safe from me. His smile returned, chilling now. When you see Lily, tell her I'm coming for both of you. As he stood to leave, federal agents emerged. Agent Harris approached, badge extended. Marcus Harrington, you're under arrest for human trafficking, conspiracy to commit murder, and a dozen other charges. 6 months later, Lily and I sat on our old pier, feeding ducks just like we used to. Her hair was growing out, and color had returned to her cheeks. Marcus remained in custody, his network being dismantled piece by piece. Do you think it's really over? She asked. His money and connections can only get him so far. The evidence is overwhelming. I spent 5 years looking over my shoulder. And now? She smiled. A real smile. Now I'm thinking about college, psychology. I want to help other survivors. I'm so proud of you. I know. She leaned her head on my shoulder. I used to dream about this. Sitting here with you again. From her pocket, she pulled out a small iridescent seashell, the one I'd given her on her 10th birthday. You kept it all this time? It reminded me of you, of home. She placed it in my palm. I don't need it anymore. I have the real thing now. As we sat watching the sunset reflect off the water, I finally allowed myself to believe what my heart had known all along. My daughter had come home.